Hello everyone. In this video we are going to look at the various types of rock, and while we look at classification and we also understand the lies the property this type, then future we till in such subtypes of the rock. Before that we should first understand what is the meaning of the rock. Natural mass of minerals, matter that makes up the earth crust, is called rock. That means whatever the natural mass will be the minerals which we get minerals from the rock, that becomes rock. Now how this rock produce we are going to see. Then before we go to the classification for the rock, before that we have to go for the classification. We first understand certain parameters, and for the certain parameters we first require. First parameter is how to understand what the types of the rocks are. First we understand texture, structure, color, permeability, mode of occurrence and degree of resistance. Then we will see what is mean this two what I put a red color. What I put the red color mark, the permeability and decantation we are going to see. Texture so you must be knowing, structure and color you also will. Permeability means there are some कुछ rocks के अंदर जैसे spots होते हैं, holes होते हैं और वो water absorb करता है, तो उससे हमको उसकी permeability का मालूम पड़ जाता है कि जब वो water absorb करता है तो उसका meaning होता है permeability. कभी कभी बहुत high water absorb करता है तो उसको अपनी high permeability का rock है वो. और decantation का meaning होता है जैसे कि land, plateau, earth, what we had studied last time. Decantation means where you will find by the shaping of the rock with the wind, by the ice, by even by the, you can say, the plates. That is called decantation. Degree of temperature it will become considered into that. So afterwards, permeability is nothing but the spots in the rock. It means the spots in the rock which water can be insist it is called, and you have to find that a different type of shapes you can find in decantations of the rock because of the wind, because of the temperature and because of the ice. So we are going to continue with the three types of rock. As you know, there are three types of rock. First is igneous, then sedimentary, then metamorphic, and gradually we are going to study each one rock, right? There are three major types of rock. First is igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock. Then first of all we will study the igneous rock. Can you see this picture? This I draw some small figure, in that you can understand. So what is about the igneous rock we will discuss. First of all, how it formed. This rock are so simplified rock. This is so simplified. Those are on the earth crust. Just we will get into up and down. Just we go and up and down. First of all, this rock went by the lava, by the volcanic erupt. This is volcanic erupt by the magma and molten. This rock burst it out. This rock is busted with the help of magma and by volcanic. And this formation they form afterwards bursting out. It cooled down, forming by the cool solidify of molten magma lava from beneath of about the crust. From the earth crust, this small you can see this, by this it will come out and it form a rock, and it is crystalline in structure. That means it's crystalline in structure. This is very liquid formation and do not form a strata or layer. It is such like plain rock. It does not form a strata and layer. Then further we are going to see this rock is classified into two things. We will see this. Now even igneous rock is also called as a primary rock, and this classified into two parts, that is intrusive and extrusive. What is intrusive? Intrusive are those rocks, those are below the earth crust. That means these are the intrusive rocks, those are below the earth crust. Whereas extrusive are those rocks, these are above the earth crust. These rocks are under the earth crust, means below the earth crust. It's called exclusive. Intrusive, whereas exclusive rock are above the earth crust. So volcanic is an extrusive example. Volcanic rock is an extrusive example, and platonic is an example of intrusive. Platonic is the example of intrusive, in that granite and dolomite are the example of intrusive, where basalt is an example of extrusive. So you can understand, I think so you understand the different classification between this igneous rock. I am discussing igneous rock, then we will discuss sedimentary and metamorphic. First we understand totally this about igneous rock. Again this is divided into two parts. This again I am repeating you, intrusive and extrusive. Those who are below, they are intrusive, and those are above, they are extrusive. This simple idea you must remember. Rest we are going to see the now sedimentary rocks. Then we'll come to the next point, that is sedimentary rock. Now sedimentary rock are those rock which made up of sediment or accumulated over the period of time, usually under the water. That means these rocks are mostly under the water. They have a lot of absorbed water in there. So you can find these rocks take a long time. Usually they are under in the water for longer time. They show the formation, or hence their formation, and hence they are called sedimentary rock. When they are stratified, that means they are stratified, so they are called sedimentary rock. Then they core fine and grand and soft and hard. They are quite fine, grand and soft and hard also. And their sediments would be carried out by the stream, glaciers, and even animals. They bring that rock. That means the sediments would be carried out by the streams, glaciers or wind, and gradually accumulated. They all over accumulated in one place. That means around the sediments, around everything is around the sediments. That is why they are called sedimentary rocks, because all the glacier, wind, and even animals, they make like this, and by that cooling off they become rock. Everything is around the sediment. It is accumulated for longer period, then because of that they become rock, and they are very close to blind with pressure and together. Actually with the pressure they become a rock. Then you can find there is a difference between the sedimentary and igneous rock. Now what difference you can find in the sedimentary rock? In igneous rock it was crystalline, where this sedimentary is not crystalline in nature. Sedimentary contain animals and plants, where metamorphic igneous not contain animals and plants, but sedimentary contain animals and plants. There are three types of sedimentary rock, that is sand rock, clay, chalk, coal, all comes in the sedimentary rock. The next point we will discuss about the metamorphic rock. Now we will discuss about metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock are those rock that change the igneous and sedimentary rocks, and they form a metamorphic rock. Igneous and sedimentary can change into metamorphic rock. How? By under the great heat and pressure. For example, clay change into the slate and limestone change into marble. This you can see that limestone, if you heat and pressure, it become a marble. Whereas sandstone, and when you go for heat and pressure, it by quartz you will find, and normal rock can be by heat and pressure become metamorphic rock. That means igneous rock or sedimentary rock can be get heat and pressure more, then it become metamorphic rock. Granite rock can be by heat and pressure, it become igneous rock. So you can find such three types of the rocks. Where first I talk about igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. Some bit information I will give you about igneous rock. As I told you, it is from molten magma as by the lava, and it's cooled down. It's formation of igneous rock. Sedimentary rock is rock that is moved by winds, not only by the winds. You can find sedimentary rocks cracks roll down from the crack heels and broken into small fragments. That means fragments, and these particles are nothing but sediment. So we talk about the sediment rock. And metamorphic rock is that rock which mixture of igneous and sedimentary rock, and by heat and pressure it's become metamorphic rock. Now in our life, rocks are very useful to us, and hard rocks are also used for making roads, houses and building. You use mostly these stones for many games also. For example, when you do Lagochi, that time also you read, used to do this, and even what is gitti also used for the purpose. You can find other some more such games are also ask. You can ask your grandparents and your neighbors which they used to play. Other as I used to, I remember I was very young that time. We used to say gachka like this. We used to throw 2, 3, 5 and 5 to catch 5 like this. We used to play with the small rocks like this. So we are going to see. Can you see in your textbook page number 9? There are the good pictures. Taj Mahal and Red Fort. You will surprised to know that one type of rock can be changed the certain condition on the cyclic manner. This process transformation of rock one another is known as rock cycle. Next point we will discuss about rock cycle. And can you see this picture? Marble is made up of, Taj Mahal is made up of marble, whereas Red Fort is with a red sandstone. This is nothing but metamorphic rock. These are the example. And please find out in your area which type of rocks, which type of rock is there in your area. You can see in your nearby garden wall, or you can see near your at your home also which is type of the rocks. I think so. We use many types of rock, but we ignore all these things. We don't think about this rock. But when we are studying, we should understand what our area, where we are living, whether which type of rocks. By that you will get many of example, right? Now we will discuss about the rock cycle. Now how the rock cycle, how the formation of the rock. By the rock cycle we can see. So this is the magma. After how the magma and lava turns into the rock. We had studied there is nothing but igneous rock. Then afterward, after this igneous rock come into sediments. Then this rock is coming to the sediments after the heat and pressure. All because of heat and pressure, this rocks goes on, and these small particles become called as sediments. This sediment transported by the winds, plants and animals, even the fossils. What is nothing but the sediments? Fossils are nothing but the sediments, where you find by the wind, water in the low areas. Then this loose sediment compress harden with the layer of the rock, and after heat and pressure it become metamorphic rock. And such metamorphic rock, then again this rock will be going in down under the surface, and again the heat, because of heat, the magma and the molten magma and lava. After the lava cool down, it become igneous rock. Then like this the cycle goes on, and it is not an easy. It takes thousands of years to make a type of rock. And then we'll talk about minerals. Minerals are nothing but rocks are made up by different minerals. Now minerals play a very important role in our day-to-day life. Minerals are naturally occurring substances which are having certain physical property, like chemical property and as well as physical property. What are the chemical property? Natural gas. Actually you must be knowing that how the natural gas produced by the fossils and by animals and all. So natural gas. And coal is nothing but one. Again I will talk about the coal is again become a metamorphic rock. Then this type of the things you can find in this. Even the natural gas, especially the coal is used in industry for raw material. Then few industries having energy from iron, aluminium, gold and uranium also we can find from the surface. So again there is used for medicine and fertilizer. So minerals are very important for us. So we discuss about the rock as well as rock cycle. Again the metamorphic rock with the great pressure and melts down, and it become molten magma, and molten magma again cool down and become igneous rock. This formation of the rock is nothing but rock cycle. I discuss rock cycle with you, minerals as well as. Now few things we will discuss about the in your textbook. There is a few fun, it is there in your textbook. Some fun related things are there in your textbook. We will discuss that one. What are the mineral mostly used in the following object? They have showed you kadai, bell, ornaments, lamp, hammer, pan and this one. So kadai, as you know, made up of iron, whereas bell is made up of brass and ornaments are made up of gold, and tawa is also made up of iron. Hammer is made up of iron, whereas lamp is made up of brass. So they are telling you identification. Other also utensils we use at home, they are also made up of some metals. So you must be having at your home furniture or windows. These are also made up of the metals, right? So we find now we had already completed this topic. So we'll discuss few little important thing. What I feel in this lesson is difference between the igneous and metamorphic rock, or difference between the sedimentary and that rock, sedimentary and igneous rock. So, and one more important thing, what are the minerals found in our state? Which are the minerals found in our state? Especially in our state we find the basalt rock more. We mostly find basalt rock. Even we find coal, and we also find iron in our in mica is almost all over the part of India. Mica can be used, can be found in mica, also can be found everywhere. Uranium is also there, you can find, but in our states you can find mostly coal and mica, limestone we can find in our state. So that is these things we are discussed. So we will complete this lesson as per the lesson number 2, inside our earth. This lesson is over. Next lesson will start from next video. Thank you and God bless you all.